the story of Carlos Ghosn and his escape from Japan. In December 2019, Carlos Ghosn made headlines when he escaped from Tokyo, Japan in a Mission Impossible manner. Ghosn was under house arrest and is facing multiple financially related criminal charges from the Japanese government. Despite being under strict house arrest, he successfully fled from Japan into his home country in Lebanon without any passport. So in this video, we will be taking a look at who exactly is Carlos Ghosn, how and why did he get in trouble with the Japanese law, and most of all, how he managed to escape a highly sophisticated and high-tech country of Japan. Early life and education. Carlos Ghosn was born in Porto Velho, Brazil, in 1954. In 1960, his family migrated to Lebanon, and here he spent most of his childhood life. In 1974, he continued his studies in France. After graduating in 1978, he worked for Michelin for 18 years. After that, he eventually worked for Renault. In 1999, the Renault-Nissan alliance was formed, and Ghosn was appointed as its chief operating officer. At the time of his arrival, Nissan was a struggling Japanese company with poor car sales and complicated management structure. On top of that, the company compiled a $20 billion debt. Ghosn's strategy to revive Nissan was to cut costs by laying off 21,000 employees, shutting down 5 Nissan factories, and reducing the number of suppliers and shareholdings. His strategy was successful, and Ghosn became like a savior to Nissan. Through his leadership, Nissan started turning profit again and had a continuous success. So, in the last 20 years, Carlos Ghosn became a household name in the auto industry. Arrest. In November 2018, after arriving in Japan through his corporate jet, Ghosn was arrested by the Tokyo police. At first, he was arrested due to allegations of serious misconduct, but then 3 more charges were filed against him. One charge was due to underreporting of compensation, and the other 2 was breach of trust, related to Ghosn's illegal use of Nissan Fund for his personal investments. Unsurprisingly, Ghosn denied all the allegations and stated that his actions were just. Later, it was revealed that some of Nissan's Japanese executives secretly investigated Ghosn for his plans to integrate Nissan and Renault under one corporate company. His plans concerned the Japanese executives as they were afraid that it will have negative effect to Nissan's independence from the French company. The findings of their secret investigation were sent to the prosecutor, which became the legal reason for his arrest. Ghosn was arrested and put to jail, then gets out after bailing. This happened again for the second time. And for the third time, he was released from jail under 2 conditions. 1, he is not allowed to leave Japan, and 2, he will be under strict surveillance by the Japanese authorities. He also was forbidden to use the internet and communicate with his family. But Ghosn, already in his 60s, does not want to spend the rest of his life in prison. So Ghosn planned his escape from Japan, and he did. Escape from Japanese authorities. He uses his connections and of course his money to get help from outside. Ghosn's associates appointed an elite ex-American soldier, Michael Taylor, to be in charge of his escape from Japan. The goal is simple: get a rich and recognizable person from the detainment facility into the biggest and most populous city in the world. Get him into an airport and into an airplane on the way out of Japan without being caught. Taylor, together with Ghosn's associates, took enough time to study and observe possible loopholes from the Japanese security. The first step is to get him out of the hotel and from the Japanese security group. The team noticed that the Japanese security drop away or wait outside after he entered the hotel. So Michael and his son Peter, dressed as musicians, to hide Ghosn in a large audio equipment box and walked out of the hotel. Ghosn was then transported from Tokyo to Osaka on board a bullet train. He wore a surgical mask, shades, and regular clothing to blend with the crowd, and hide from surveillance cameras. The three successfully made it to the Kansai airport in Osaka. Ghosn was then loaded again into the huge audio box. Customs officials did not check or scan it because the box was too big to fit into the X-ray scanners. Ghosn was then boarded into a private jet and flew from Osaka to Istanbul, Turkey. Ghosn then transferred to another plane on the way to Beirut, Lebanon, and next morning he landed at Beirut, and he is finally freed and reunited with his family. Freedom. In January 8, 2020, Ghosn appeared in the media and stated that the whole thing was a plot. Ghosn became the victim of Japanese executives at Nissan who wanted him out of the company. They do not want the company to be integrated with Renault under one parent company, so these people tried to find a reasonable way to get rid of him. Japan and Lebanon do not have an extradition agreement, so Ghosn will remain in Lebanon for good. Later, Ghosn stated that he fled injustice and political persecution, and that he would be happy to face trial anywhere but in Japan. Ghosn successfully escaped Japan, but Michael and Peter Taylor were extradited from the US to Japan and is now facing 3 years in prison for helping Ghosn. Ghosn's escape became possible because of one thing: money. For now, Ghosn is in Beirut, probably enjoying his retirement and living a quiet life with his family and friends. Thank you for being all ears throughout the entire video. If you'd like to learn more about the nature of this business, subscribe now and click on the notification bell to be updated with my latest uploads. If you want to expand your income by engaging with some side hustles, feel free to contact me, so we'll get things moving right away. Remember, if you want to change your life, let's make a change together. You need to make a change.